of the foolish are on the ends of the earth. That's the passage or the verse 24 in Proverbs, the 17th chapter. And pretty much, is going into being focused. Having that ancient focus. All right, we know everything that's going on. What ain't really what that's becoming clear, right? And we really want it to become even more clear, as we go until this thing ends. And that's going to come through pretty much just like in order to see, out of, say you have some glasses on, right? The clarity of your clarity comes down to, how clear those glasses are. All right. And just like if you want to see an image on a TV, right? Or a screen, it comes down to how clear, that is. But pretty much my point of using those examples is to say how clear you can see comes down to what you're looking through, right? And in order for us to see clearly, we need to look through focus, like you see on the image on the left. But before I get going into this call, Halam La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai Wahara Chakudash, double honors to the hopefully like elder apostle slave to be saved. Lord willing, start with the elderman at the Great Millstone Church on down. Shalom to the Aki. I'm here at this faction of this hopefully like assembly doing what they need to do in an order according to the scriptures. Shalom over to the rest of the Aki. I'm out here doing likewise, and to the rest of you believers, and on this faith of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah. So as the days, the final days, draw near, we really want to see that. We all need to actually know that and clearly see that as the case, and that's once again through, having a good, view, a clear view. All right. So that's what it comes down to. Like if you're watching a fight or something or anything, it comes down to, right, the people who can see it the best is who is decided upon who's how can I say this? Who's mechanics or whatever is equipment. Whose equipment is well stationed, positioned, or whatever. To get that clear, the clearest possible, view of everything, to where you can see everything that's going on. You right where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? That to see what's on the way, what's coming, and what you need to get away from, and etc. That's exactly what this comes down to. And someone may say in the instance where you need a good satellite, you need a good good TV, you need some good you need some good glasses, some good lens. You need to go to this place to get it. Well, for us to just simply see what the Heavenly Father, the way He made everything, in order for us to just see clearly what everything comes down to, it comes down to something called focus, an ancient focus. All right. So what I want to do now is go here. This is we come back here. Let's go to Sirach in the 39th chapter. let's go here. Okay, let's go here. It's all right, 39. It says, not so he that has applied, this is Sirach 39, also known as the book of Ecclesiasticus and Apocrypha, verse 1. It says, not so he that has applied his soul and meditates in the law of the Most High, he will seek out the wisdom of all the ages and will be occupied in prophecies. So that's exactly what we need, as like I said, as the days, draw nigh, the final days draw nigh, we need a clear focus, man. We need to be able to clearly see this. And this, once again, as I said, it comes down to what? It comes down to, if you want to see that clearly, it comes down to what? Focus. So what I want to do is go here. This is Romans 13 and 11. It says, in that knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. See that? It says, the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. So there it is. It says, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantoness, not in strife or envy. Exactly. We need to be focused. We need to look at everything through the lens of the scriptures, which the lens of the scriptures, the perspective is the scriptures, that's pushed is a focus one, having a focus. Okay, so when we go to verse 14, it says, but put ye on the Lord Yahawashi HaMashiach. Right. Yahawashi was a complete example of someone that was completely focused. He's the lens in which we are to view everything, his perspective. He's that thing we look through. Okay, so this is verse 14 continues, says, but put ye on the Lord Hamashiach Yahawashi, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. Okay, so when we read on, that's what it's telling us. We're going to go to the book of Matthew in the 7th chapter real quick. And we're going to jump down to Salaki. We actually going to go to Matthew 11. All right. It says, we're going to jump to the point. This is verse 29. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. So we're supposed to be literally following Yahawashi, looking behind it, looking at everything through the perspective, right, through the view of Yahawashi. And how do we know we got that? Well, Yahawashi, the word. Just simply looking at things how the word tells us to look at things. You go to Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, tell you that the day, pretty much the vision. Matter of fact, let's get that, because that go into the vision. Let's start at 1. Habakkuk 2 and 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain. See that? Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. You can't read, so there it is. So it's just about reading these scriptures. And these scriptures, you can't read them unless you can see. Right? So it's all about being able to see, right, what these scriptures are saying. And if you see what these scriptures are saying, is and see things how the scriptures are laying them out, you're going to be able to see clearly. You're going to pretty much, and you are to lock into that, and that develops that focus. Right? It says, so you can see everything clear. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So that's that, man. All right. So we jump back to, we got to understand that. It says, in that knowing, Romans 13 and 11, that knowing the time that now is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. Right? So if you meditating, you measuring everything, you watching, right? Like it tells us right here, all right, in Second Ezra, in the 9th chapter, all right, Second Ezra in the 9th chapter. Let's see if we can grab that. Second Ezra. Sirach. We got this broke down. Okay, let's just do it like this. Let's do this. Try that. We come back. But anyway, we know that, we all should know what it say, until I can get it pulled up. But it goes into what? Measuring the time diligently in itself. So that deals with what? Yeah, they take focus. That take a lot of focus. Right? That's what it take. That one. Not time to spend too much time, but that's the point. All right, and so the main point is, right, you're gonna have a lot of things that can get in your way and block and obviously smear your vision, right? Which is what this 13th chapter is pointing out to us. It says the night in the 12th verse, the night is far gone and the day is near. Let us therefore throw off the deeds of darkness. What does darkness deal with? Not being able to see. And let us put on the armor of light. So you got certain deeds, certain actions that can smear your vision. And you got to know what these actions are, right? You got to be able to recognize smear when you see it, right? And things that can smear your vision when you see them. So if the smear is to get in your, in your view, okay, this is smear. Let me wipe this off. Or let me stay away from this because this is going to smear my view. All right? You have to be mindful of this, like especially younger brothers. Scriptures say, he that wandereth out of the way of understanding, he shall remain amongst the congregation of the dead. Right? Just to hit that point real quick. Go here. This is Proverbs 21 and 16. You see what it says? It says, a man, right, that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. There you go. All right, so you got to be mindful about the dwelling of the wicked, right? You don't want to be around people who are simply deeds, which, and are obviously those deeds of darkness, to be on the point, which can smear your vision, right? Stop you from being able to see. Simply throw your focus off. So let's go here. There's one I want to get in specifics. Scriptures tell you to consider the dwelling of the wicked. All right, let's just get that real quick. More will. Take that off. Okay, yep, this should be it. No, that ain't it. See if I can get that. I believe that's in the book of Psalms, in the 23rd chapter. Alright. I believe that's it. But yeah, so that's these people. Like, you gotta remember, the scriptures say, what fellowship have light with darkness. Alright? So you gotta know these. You just gotta know these things when you see them, right? So I will consider the dwelling of the wicked. Grab that real quick. All right. But we're gonna go back here until I get that. So that's these people. So you want to cast off the works of darkness. You want to keep these people away from you. Now you can use things, just don't abuse it, man. Be careful, right? Let me see if I can grab that. Consider, this is one of my favorite scriptures too. I believe that's in Psalms. Yep, Proverbs. Consider it the house of the wicked. Let's go there real quick. It's Proverbs 21 and the 12th verse. See that? The righteous man wisely considereth the house of the wicked. See that? But God overthroweth the wicked for their wickedness. Exactly. So that's not even the one I actually wanted. It's another one. 2. That's one though, but it's another one. See, I shall not sit at all with the wicked. So we gotta be mindful that these things, that these people, they basically smears. Like the scriptures talk about how it's men that's basically considered blemishes. All right, and that's mainly all these people that's up today. See, the men of the ancient time, the men and women of the ancient time, they had they was clear on these things. They were sure on these things. Psalms 26 and 5. It says, "I have hated the count." Matter of fact, let me start at 1. Judge me, O Yahweh, for I have walked in mine integrity. I have trusted also in Yahweh, therefore I shall not slide. Examine me, O Yahweh, and prove me. Try my reins in my heart, for thy loving kindness is before my eyes. Right? So we want to keep the loving kindness of Yahweh before us. We have to. With all of as much as possible. It says, and I have walked in thy truth. Right? Everything you do, because you're not going to be reading all the time. We just did a class on it. That'll be dropping. Right? But pretty much immersion. Everything you want to do through the spirit. If you're watching a movie, no matter what what it is, you're eating, you're whatever. Right? You're regrouping. Build your spirit back up. You outside, whatever it may be, you want to be doing it all in mind and thought of. Just like it's like when you do certain things, but you have a focus. It's like when somebody working towards a goal, they go into so-called work to get, or you're working towards, getting these checks, getting money, whatever, to get this thing. It don't matter like what goes on or the fact that you're going to work and you're doing other stuff in between. That doesn't take your eye. That person's eye does not leave their focus. So everything they do, they doing through that. They doing through They basing everything around that. They're doing through the focus of that. They're doing everything with the intention to keep the focus as the reason. All right, that's basically it. So when you read on, it says, "For thy loving kindness is before mine eyes, and I have walked in thy truth. I have not sat with vain persons, neither will I go in with dissemblers." See that? I have hated the congregation of the evildoers and will not sit with the wicked. So that's exactly how we want to be. We want to be completely, if you look at this, as a focus, an ancient focus mentality. Everything is clear for what it is. Okay, you wicked, let me not deal with you. Oh, this is not going to aid me. This is, not going to, this is going to take away from me. I'm going to do this because it's going to aid me. It's all about the focus, for this purpose. I'm going to do, it says, I will wash my hands in innocency. I will compass thine altar, O Yahweh, that I may publish with the voice of thanksgiving and tell of all thy wondrous works. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, have loved the habitation of thy house and the place where thine honor dwelleth. So there it is. So we got to stay completely focused on the focus. Gather not my soul with sinners, nor my life with bloody men. See that? Staying focused on the Lord. He about to destroy, 2/3 of our people. Is money that we got to give Yahweh Shai when he return. It's work that got to be done. Working on ourselves first and foremost, right? But yeah, man, that's it, and it all comes down to you being able to keep your vision clear, right? And that's by getting rid of blemishes when they're there and staying away from things that can cause blemishes to where your sight, your focus is foggy, But let's read on right here. I got a couple more. This is Romans 13 and 13. It says, "Let us walk properly." Let's start at 12 again. "The night is far gone, and the day is near. Let's therefore throw off the deeds of darkness, and let's put on the armor of light." Right? These people that's not talking about nothing, that's not going to aid to anything, no matter who they are, family members, whoever, right? Sedatives, from people at these plantations you may work at, different things that your flesh could present to you as, opportunities that you can use to try to come up or whatever the heck, man. Nah, if you can't, if upon that happening and you can't really see the focus anymore, you need to leave it alone, right? If it's not aiding to amplifying the, making the picture clear to you, if it's not a part of the focus, you need to throw it off, cast it off, no matter who, what, it may be, or who or what it may be. But it says, "So let us therefore throw off the deeds of darkness and let us put on the armor of light. Let us walk properly, as in the day, not in reveling and drunkenness, not in sexual promiscuity and lustful acts, and not in strife and jealousy." Because first of all, if you doing all of this, the scriptures say what? You blind and you can't see afar off, right? He forgot that he's been purged, right? See if I can grab that. All right, let me see this. Paul said that. So the point basically proved, Yep. Let's go there real quick. Actually, Peter said this. Salaki. This is 2 Peter 1, right? And we're gonna go to the 9th verse. Let's start here. It says, it's all about that focus. That's what this whole thing is going into, right? because we want, and the reason we're trying to stay focused on being forgiven, being saved, and all the things I already said already. So it says in verse 2, we'll start at, it says, grace to you and peace be multiplied in the knowledge of Yahweh and of Yahweh Shai, our Lord, our the one, seeing that his divine power has granted to us all things that pertain to life and godliness through the knowledge of him who has called us by his own glory and virtue, by which he has granted to us his precious and exceedingly great promises, that through these you may become partakers of the divine nature, having escaped from the corruption that is in the world by lust, right? And that's by you being put on game and shown like Neo in the Matrix, what everything looked like, right? Being shown by Morpheus, you know? But anyway, it says, yes, and for this very cause, adding on your part all diligence. Adding on your part all diligence. See? So it's an objective. It's things that got to be done. So we got to be focused. And your faith supply moral excellence. And in, okay, we still in the WEB. So I want to read this in the KJV, but this is pretty good, you know. Let's read it in KJV. All right. So it says, verse 5, and besides this, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness, and to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity. For if these things be in you and abound, they make you that ye shall neither be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach. Right, so you don't want to know this truth and not get nothing out of it, be in a position where you don't get nothing out of it. You don't receive what you was what you were put in position to get, which is the kingdom. You know, good job, my faithful servant. All of that, right? Which will be due to you not being focused to do the things to where that come about. But it says, but he that lacketh these things is blind. See that? And cannot see afar off. Your focus is thrown off. So you wasn't focused. Things blemished the point, the objective, what's going on, what's really what is, what isn't, what's really there, what matters, what doesn't. Right? What you should be tended to, what you shouldn't. What's going to help you, what isn't. Right? Let feelings get in the way. Right? But it says, and has forgotten that he was purged from his old sins. You forgot that, dang, the Lord gave you a whole nother tried life. Clean your slate. See that? As it says, man. So wherefore the rather, brethren, get diligence to make your calling and election short. Right, for if ye do these things, ye shall never fall. So there it is, man. You're going to get the kingdom. All right, you can read all this yourself. But that's the point. All right, so that's pretty much it. You know, I pretty much said everything I want to say through the Spirit. Proverbs, Sirach 39 and 1. Not so he that apply his soul and meditates in the law of the Most High, he will seek out the wisdom of all the ancients and will be occupied in prophecies. And what was the wisdom of the ancients? They was focused. That's like this, that, and. It's about, we're looking for the day. You know, matter of fact, I got one more. Spirit. Let's go here real quick. Luke 10. All right, Luke 10, and we're gonna go to the KJV, obviously, and we're gonna go to verse 24, and it reads what? It says, "For I'm gonna actually start at 23, and he turned him unto his disciples and said privately, Blessed are the eyes which see the things that ye see. For I tell you that many prophets and kings have desired to see. See? For I tell you that many prophets and kings, right? All ancient people have desired to see those things which ye see. They was focused on the vision, what it was about. The kingdom being restored to us. Paul was focused. He said he finished the good fight of faith. He's finished his course and was laid up at the end, the crown. That's what he was always on, pressing toward the mark. But it says that's how the ancient work. That's why it says the things that were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comforts, might have hope. But it says, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear and have not heard them. See that? So that's basically that. All right. So that's why it says, Sirach 39:1, not so he that has applied his soul and meditates in the law of the Most High, he will seek out wisdom of all the ancient and will be occupied in prophecies. He will keep the discourse of the men of renown, and will enter in the midst the subtleties of parables. He will seek out the hidden meaning of proverbs and be conversant in the dark sayings of parables. He will serve among great men and appear before him that rules. See that? So that's basically it, man. So, everybody got a lot. For those that got lots, prophets, teachers, helps, aids. You got different gifts you can use to aid the ministry, whatever, man. That's it. You got to keep that focus to where everything in this Bible, it come to life. So I'll go ahead and close out where I started. Wisdom, this is in the BBE. Wisdom is before him, it's before the face of him who has sense, but the eyes of the foolish are on the ends of the earth. Right? So don't lose focus. So with that, call halam la, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai Waha Rachachodash. Shalom.